Hello everyone. How are you doing? Hope all is well and you are looking after number one. That's you. Just remember, if you are not all there for yourself, you can't be there for anyone else. Be strong in these times. I want to give a special shout out to the men because many times their feelings are ignored. But if you have not felt like yourself recently, I understand. I know the times are challenging, but the fact that you get up every day and refuse to quit, I'm imploring you to stay strong. God got you. Ladies, our men have learned through socializing that they are not to have feelings of emotions and they are to tough it up. They are not allowed to be sad or to shed a tear. So they do have a lot of burden carrying, especially the men that are true family men and take care of their responsibilities. Just hug him today and say, I appreciate you and I got your back. Guys, big up and bless up yourself today. Men, please stay strong. So guys, the community of Westmoreland is in turmoil and under siege from criminals. Fears of robberies and murders and extortions have businesses unsure of what will happen next. The MP, Moreland Wilson, is calling for the SOE in the area, as an upsurge in robberies and murders in Westmoreland this week have business owners having to lock their establishment early in fears for their lives and the lives of their workers. Business owners are asking the Member of Parliament for Westmoreland Western, Moreland Wilson, to appeal for a state of public emergency SOE in the community. The Little London community on Friday afternoon was like a ghost town. Many businesses were closed, while others were hiding behind grills or windows, peeking out to see if any danger is lurking while selling through them. They complained they're all living in fear. The day before, men were on a robbery spree in the Little London community, and everyone was left scrambling to go home. The day after is the same thing. Most of the shops are closed. Everyone is living in fear, said another business owner. In the meantime, Westmoreland MP Moreland Wilson said there have been an overwhelming amount of criminal activities in his constituencies, and citizens and business owners are very fearful. What we are seeing here happening is a growing cry for reimposition of the state of emergency that was in the era before. Westmoreland is in urgent need of the SOE in the area, he said. Reports are that on Wednesday, 3 bars and 1 supermarket was robbed in the Little London area. The criminals continued their rampage, and on Thursday, a supermarket was robbed. In the grill, there has been an unprecedented spate of robberies taking place in the Western Division. In fact, is all of Westmoreland have been under attack from criminals, as there is series of robberies taking place in Negril and Orangeville. The fear is gripping all of these communities, as the reports are getting more and more bizarre and disturbing and brawling, as there is over 20 individuals in separate vehicles that are going around in the communities armed and are robbing unsuspecting persons. The citizens are crying out for help. They need the SOE. We are very fearful, said the citizen of Westmoreland. Several persons have indicated that their usual activities have been impacted. They can't get to do things as how it should be because of fear. And it has gotten increasingly worse now that Christmas is coming. The crime is even higher. But if the state of emergency is in at this time, it would be helpful as it has helped in the past. So at this time, the Ministry of Security is needed to deploy the SOEs in the communities. Superintendent of Police, DSP in charge of operation in the Westmoreland Police Division, Adrian Hamilton, says that they are working overtime to cut down the crime, as in the last quarter of the year we have seen an increase in crime. Robberies and break-ins are some of the crimes that has increased, and it has affected areas such as Grange Hill, Little London and Negril. We are aware there is a syndicate of criminals, some from within the parish and some from outside the parish, who have come together and form an alliance and are behind the surge in crime and violence in the area. DSP Hamilton explained and expressed they have formed unusual tactics to carry out their criminal activities, including false prank calls to the police, trying to divert the police attention to other areas while they attack other areas. They are also robbing unsuspecting persons of their motor vehicles, and they are using them to commit further robberies. The last two incidents, one in Burnt Savannah and one in Broughton, unfortunately resulting in 2 murders, the disc jockey and a taximan. The superintendent, however, said that the police are tracking their activities, even though these criminals have ramped up and diversified their deployment tactics. But he is assuring the communities that it's only a matter of time before they crush the surge of these violence committed by these terrorists that are hell-bent on creating mayhem, and wants to assure residents and the citizens of Westmoreland that the police will not rest until they accomplish getting rid of these violence producers. Moments later, another fatality of a vendor was taken out by gunmen on a motorcycle while unloading his fruits at the Savannah Lamar Market in Westmoreland. He was being identified as 55-year-old Owen James of Mafuta district in St. James. It is reported that around 6:10 a.m. the vendor was removing fruit from his motor vehicle when a bike with 2 men aboard drove up. One pulled a gun and opened fire on him in the head. They then rode off. The vendor James was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced. It's alleged the vendors are under siege from criminals for extortion, and non-payment could cost you your life. Westmoreland Chamber of Commerce head Moses Chiber is urgently calling upon the Prime Minister to immediately establish a state of emergency in the parish, as it's imperative that a swift and decisive action is taken to control the current wave of criminal activities and to safeguard the residents of the community and restore law and order. He continued, implementation of the SOE is a necessary step to address the gravity of the situation at present. The thing is, when they implemented the SOE recently in St. James and Hanover, etc., I did say these parishes are intertwined with other parishes in crime and violence, and they would have run over into other parishes such as St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, St. Anne, etc. These parishes are their linking parishes. So they would have and should have included those parishes as well in a roundabout way. So these criminals don't get to escape unless by boat. But I don't know who designs how the borders are organized, but it's sure as hell not a good job done. When you're locking down these areas, you can't leave any by roads and side roads or pathway for these criminals to make headways into other parishes. You have to lock down all pathways. Remember now, the lot of scamming is being minimized, And these criminals are used to getting their money wagga wagga. Of course, it should have known that they were going to turn on businesses and weaker developing communities and create mayhem. Strategies should have been put in place to combat that. No, we don't want to turn Jamaica into a police state, but we have to do anything we can to combat criminals and crime. Right now, no parish you can go right now that is safe, because these criminals are already making links in other areas, whether it be through women who they seek relationships with, or by friends who already have forged relationships in different parishes. Remember, some of these girls, them love quick money and licky, So them just take time, move over to them and farm them little nests. Then bring over the rest of them criminal friends so them have a base, where them link up with more women and even build a bigger base in these communities. Before you know it, them take over the community. Because remember, plenty of these parishes are like really quiet, humble farming people until the new generation get their hooks into it. So the thing is, the police force can't only focus on the men to solve crime, because some of the most dangerous of some of these gangsters' clique are their women. They are the ones that map out people's businesses and are also the lookout. Crime have to be looked at from a different point of view than the regular, because it's not business as usual. Because it's different times that we are in now. That's why sometimes when I see police go into an area and throw all these men in the back of the truck, I just laugh to myself and wonder, where is the woman who should be also in the back of those trucks? They are the ones mostly hiding the guns. They make many links and then go get the infos and give to their criminal men. They are indeed the lookout, don't be fooled. My friend was telling me about a situation with this girl that come to work for him. She worked at his business place for only 3 weeks. He never fired her. She just not come back to work. Soon after, his bearer got robbed and taken out, and only to find out later on that that same girl who came and worked for him for the 3 weeks, that is her job. That's what she does. She get jobs into people business places and map out everything and carry back all the information she gathered on your movement and how your business is run back to the gang. Or she try and friend someone who is working in the place that they want to map out. Don't be fooled. We are in different times now. And as I always say, you have to be very aware of your surroundings, and most importantly, be very aware of who is around you. Anyway guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Stay safe. Love you all. Bye for now.